gotta say, I didn't think this day would be coming for quite a while. Hey guys, it's Bill with NSPCCC, and today we are knocking off one of the most difficult challenges in the entire card collection, Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super NES. This is card number 15. So this game, obviously, if you've played the Super NES or the NES versions, you know that it is by far one of the most difficult games on either of the two systems. Super Ghouls and Ghosts ramps up the graphics and sound. They are considerably better, but the challenge is just the same, if not harder, than its NES counterpart. And the challenge is obviously no exception to that. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this sucker over and let's see why this is so dang hard. Alright, so we've already seen this challenge in my 50 card celebration video. We talked about it briefly, but now let's really dive into it. Pro Level Challenge says, using the stage select code to get to level 7, beat both of the bosses using only the torch. Alright, so we'll talk about the stage select code once we get into the video. That's not really hard. The challenge itself, so you've got two separate bosses that you have to beat who are almost nearly identical. The problem is that you need to have some additional form of defense in order to get in close and throw that torch. The bosses are only vulnerable to headshots, and you're going to see why you need that additional form of protection with the gold armor. It gives you a shield protection. If you don't have it, this challenge, it probably can be done, although I'd much rather have the protection and not have to worry about it. I lost track of how many times I had to re-record this because I couldn't do it without the gold armor. This video is going to have a lot of discussion about the prep work necessary to get this thing done. The actual gameplay itself is probably 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, so it's not too long. So sit back, relax, watch it for the short period that you can, and watch us take down one of the most difficult challenges in the collection. Here we go. Okay, let's talk about the stage select code really quickly. First of all, before you do anything, change the difficulty to beginner. Make life easy on yourself. Go down to exit, use controller number 2, hold L and R, those are the shoulder buttons, and then on controller 1 hit start. That'll bring up this screen. Now you can go direct to stage 7, but in my experience you don't always get the torch right on stage 7, so you may have to backtrack to stage 5 or 6 to get not only the torch but also the gold armor. So it's up to you. I chose to go back to stage 6. Do what you want and you feel is easiest. And with that, we will dive right into the game. We're going to skip right ahead to the section where we have the boss fight, so ignore the jump cut, and then we will get right into the action. Okay, boss fight time. Let's talk about a couple things really quick. Obviously, you can see I have the gold armor, and that's important because when you fully charge it, you get a shield item. That shield item not only keeps you safe, but it also deals damage to the boss. And it's crucial because, as you can see, you need to get close to the boss to ensure you can deal a lot of damage here. So, again, the challenge, it probably can be done without the gold armor, but I've lost track of how many times I did this challenge without having it. So play it safe, save yourself the agony, and get it. Look at that. First part already down. Here comes the second part. Also, something else you probably noticed, there is a time limit on every stage that you do. I strongly suggest not tackling this boss unless you get here with at least 2 minutes on the clock. Right now I've got 2 minutes to go with this last form, so I'm probably safe. Another thing you want to notice with this form of the boss is that when he shoots fire, it will go all the way until it actually hits the ground. That doesn't happen with the first form. Something else, with the shield, it is no guarantee that it's going to block the fire. Sometimes it will get through, so just be very, very careful of that. When you're attacking the boss and you're jumping, I recommend that you jump straight up for the first one when you're in close, and then jump backward when you're firing the shots. So jump straight up and then jump backward for the second shot. The bosses have about 17 hit points apiece, if I'm not mistaken, so that's 34 hit points total, 34 torches you gotta throw at their face. Not an easy challenge, but just be vigilant, be patient, and eventually you will pull this off. Be very cautious when you're dodging the enemy projectile fire here. And with any luck, you will get through and you will take this out. It's going to take a lot of patience. I cannot stress that enough. Don't get frustrated if you're fighting this boss for over 1.5 minutes. 34 shots will do it, and boom, down he goes. That was a tough one. I had my doubts that we would ever get to this one, but we did pull it off. So that's challenge number 15 in the books. We are done with this game. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.